Kamala Harris could become the first woman president, echoing the historic significance of Obama's presidency. However, could her intersectionality be a tool for liberal political manipulation?
I actually do think that Democrats do have a program for Black America. Their program for Black America is white supremacy.
The platitudes that these politicians give to Black communities, it's laughable, it's ridiculous, and they feel like, oh, if I say these things, I don't actually have to do anything for them.
She was always of Indian heritage, and she was only promoting Indian heritage. I didn't know she was Black until a number of years ago when she happened to turn Black, and now she wants to be known as Black. A lot of people coming from jails out of the Congo in Africa. Where do you come from? The Congo. Where in the Congo? We come from jail. What did you do? We will not tell you. And what's happening to our country is we're just destroying the fabric of life in our country, and we're not going to take it any longer. And you got to get rid of these people. They're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there.
Between bomb threats and evacuations, the city of Springfield has been on edge ever since Donald Trump amplified those false claims about Haitian migrants who live there.
What is interesting to me is how Trump's support amongst Black Americans has been consistently increasing in the last year.
Is this a case of internalized anti-Blackness?
Because for far too long, we were told we weren't even allowed to consider conservative views or conservative policies. We were called all these different slurs. And why is that? Because they wanted to take away our power. They wanted to take away our power to think for ourselves and to go out and seek the truth.
The two-party duopoly system is inherently flawed because it allows the Republicans to conflate white supremacy and conservatism and aligns the Democrats with every trending movement they can co-opt. They stand for everything, yet commit to nothing.
I said, what's your overall vision of foreign policy? And she said, to dismantle the American empire.
The research says you have never won an election. One thing that AOC has done that you haven't is win some elections.
So if you're just looking at this as what is going to happen in November, then you don't understand the strategy. You have to build a third-party movement.
But who is the better choice for Pan-African empowerment? Who will build bridges of hope rather than oppression? Is the chaos Trump brings exactly what's needed to dismantle Western imperialism and the white power structure? Or can Kamala break free from the imperialist strategies of her predecessors?
Barack Obama is one of the worst things that ever happened to African people, because it was Barack Obama who engineered African command by going into Africa, making African countries think they would be benefited by U.S. military presence.
Today we have AFRICOM and a growing number of U.S. bases and troops across the African continent. But if you look at where those bases are, it's pretty much a stripe from coast to coast across Central Africa. Why is that?
This is really the front line of the defense, if you will. What they want to do is extract as many resources as they can from the country and not let any of that trickle down. So almost all of them have states that have strong Western-backed, Western-armed, Western-trained militaries. They want to make sure that the existing neocolonial setup is not destabilized by these conflicts.
People on the left are going to watch this, they're going to say, wait a minute, Eric Prince is talking about being a colonialist again.
Absolutely. Yes, pretty much all of Africa are incapable of governing themselves and benefiting their citizens. Then it's time for us to put the imperial hat back on to say, we're going to govern those countries if you're incapable of governing yourselves.
Is Kamala Harris simply another political blackface used to strengthen Western hegemony? Though Donald Trump is labeled a white supremacist, could his self-serving brand of white supremacy actually dim NATO's light and weaken its neo-colonial influence?
One of the presidents of a big country stood up and said, well, sir, if we don't pay and we're attacked by Russia, will you protect us? I said, you didn't pay? You're delinquent? He said, yes, let's say that happened. No, I would not protect you. In fact, I would encourage them to do whatever the hell they want. You got to pay. You got to pay your bills. Here's my plan to dismantle the deep state and reclaim our democracy from Washington corruption. We will clean out all of the corrupt actors in our national security and intelligence apparatus.
Dick Cheney has just released a formal statement, a public statement. In our nation's 248-year history, there has never been an individual who is a greater threat to our republic than Donald Trump.
Will Kamala Harris seize this opportunity to lead Pan-African liberation, especially with Africa's growing global significance?
Because she was Indian all the way, and then all of a sudden she made a turn. She became a black person.
Why do you believe it's appropriate to weigh in on the racial identity of your opponent?
I don't, and I don't care. I don't care what she is. I don't care. Whatever she wants to be is okay with me.
I think honestly, I think it's a tragedy that we have someone who wants to be president who has consistently, over the course of his career, attempted to use race to divide the American people.
If black women think Kamala Harris is going to get in office and take care of them, or they got something else coming, you know what she's going to take care of? Her East Indian immigrants.